Hi folks, we are here with yet another episode of the Pondering Nerds podcast. We are the awesomest show ever. Yay!
Ooh, yay!
Ow! And guess what? Tonight we're talking about brains. Big juicy monkey brains. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Got a little excited. Because we're talking about monkey brains. We're talking about specifically research being done on macaque monkeys and their leaders having different shaped and sized brains than their followers. So I thought that was really cool, and I wanted to speak with some folks about it. With me, by the way, I'm Mickey. My co-hosts tonight are Alyssa and Nate. Say what's up, guys.
Hey, what's up?
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy ho. And tonight we're talking about monkey brains, yeah. So these scientists at the University of Oxford, they studied these 25 monkeys to identify different kinds of circuitry and the sizes of different areas in the brains of the monkeys to see if, like, for example, there would be greater masses of gray matter for the more dominant monkeys, the monkeys who were most obviously the leaders of the group, which ones have their dominance dependent on the social bonds or the alliances, like of different subgroups within the group, etc. And those monkeys, it's all a lot of scientific jargon, but I still thought it was really interesting because this can kind of shed light on how human beings are when it comes to leadership. And I don't know, there might be some physiological correlation to that. And also, I couldn't help but think of Planet of the Apes, right? Because that storyline, it was pretty similar to this study in that even though the monkeys got this serum that these humans created, and all of the monkeys that received the serum that ingested it, when they were exposed to it, they all became more intelligent, but there were obviously one leader who had the ability to lead his people, to keep them safe from harm and to have peace. And other monkeys tried to step up and become the leader, but it just wasn't happening. So, yeah, I thought it was really interesting. And I'm going to read more about it. I'm going to keep on checking out this study and see if there's any follow-ups and stuff. So I wanted to ask you guys, like, have you heard anything about this study, or are you guys familiar with any other studies that are similar? Or what do you guys think about the possibility of there being more developed areas in the brain that corresponds to the different skill sets that beings have, whether it's primates or whatever?
Well, I think in general, I think that the macaque monkeys, I think they're considered more intelligent than other primates because they're also, like, I think the only type of monkeys that they actually can make snowballs, and they have snowball fights during the winter time. And they also actually learned how to season their food. So they actually know they actually know that when they dip potatoes, they know how to wash their food too. They know to take the potatoes into the water to clean the dirt off, but they also know that when they dip the potatoes in the ocean, that the salt water would season the potato and make it taste better. So, I remember there was one study about this, that these macaque monkeys were just they saw that every time they dipped the potato in the salt water and took a bite, they would keep dipping it into the water uh, every time they took, more bites. So, I think that, who knows, maybe it is going to be like Planet of the Apes, and the monkeys are going to someday reach human intelligence and, you know, take over the world. So,
Definitely. What about you, Nate? What do you think about all this monkey business?
I don't know. I guess I'll be my usual self and be the Debbie Downer. Okay, but like I don't know. I like I call bullshit on the study because like it just to me it seems like I mean I think it's kind of cool some of the sections that were talking about the emotions like how they feel different things and stuff like that. I thought that part of the study was kind of cool, but I don't know, like the leaders' brains being different than the followers, I guess. Um, I think that's almost a primal instinct. I think that was almost like I don't know. It just seems like any psychologist could have told you that. You know what I'm saying? Like that, the leader's brains of any species is going to be different. Like I would wager that if you did that study on deer, if you did that study on a lion pack, if you did that study on sea turtles, that the leader of the pack's brain is going to be a little different than the followers. That's why they're the leader. That's why not everyone's the U.S. president. You know what I'm saying? That's why everyone's
Mm.
not the leader of some gang. You know what I mean? Like that's what honestly when they said when y'all first mentioned this, that was one of my first thoughts was you could have done this study on a gang. Like why do the followers go out and do all the dirt while the gang leader sits back and collects all the money? You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
what had got him to that position? Well, there's he did something or he put himself in that leader position. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's why we have leaders, and that's why everyone who's not a leader, I guess you could consider a follower. You know what I mean? But I don't know. To me, it's almost like a basic primal thing. You know what I mean? I guess it's my take on it. You know what I mean? So
No, that makes sense. I think that you're totally right. And um I mean it could be science, the research kind of fortifying or backing up what we kind of have as common sense. Like you said, you could have told us that,
yeah, no,
but
for
this is
sure. I
just
mean, I feel you.
research to
Like
back it up.
yeah, exactly. Like maybe if they could somehow prove that there is in fact a reason why we have leaders and followers because the people like study every president's brain for the next 100 years and then study the average working man's brain and see if there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like or something, something of that nature. You know what I mean? A
Yeah,
general compared to a regular soldier. You know what I'm saying? See if there's some sort of difference. If there is, then maybe it can be explained like that. You know what I mean? But as far as
yeah.
I don't, to our understanding now, it just seems more like of a primal nature thing. There's going to be leaders. There's going to be followers. You know what I mean? Cool
Well,
study
you
though.
know what? That makes sense, right? And like the scientists did mention something about that, but like in terms of differences in humans' brains, but Dr. Noonan, she's one of the authors of the study. Um, she actually explained how it would be more complicated with humans because we have such complex social dynamics, right? So, like, we may be the leaders um, in our churches or our houses of worship, but we may not necessarily be the leaders at our jobs. We may be more outgoing in social circles and social settings that are more I guess, I'm sorry that I'm repeating myself, but social, right? It's more, they can be more gregarious, but quiet church mice at home. So um, we act differently in different circles because of different circumstances that monkeys don't deal with. So it would be more complicated. But at the same time, yeah, like I would be interested in seeing the results of that kind of research too. But yeah, the time will tell. Time will tell. I'm gonna keep an eye on this one. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's our show. That's our show for tonight. And we talked about some brains, and we would like to hear your thoughts on brains. What do you guys think about studies like this? Have you taken part in any studies like this? Like, are there actually studies on human brains that you've done or that you've participated in or that you know about? Let us know in the comments. And let us know your thoughts on tonight's episode as well. Also, follow us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page and a social group page. We also are on Twitter, and we're on Pinterest, and we are just all over the place. Like, we're on iTunes. Check us out on iTunes as well when you're on the go. And hey, we'll see you next time. Take care, guys.
Peace.
Peace.